terror. Malcolm, what's your reaction and what do you think happened here?
Look, it's really difficult to know when we are talking about Russian politics and intrigue after all. And there's this saying about maskirovka and trickery. So we need to take the approach that we presume that Prigozhin was on board that aircraft, and therefore we presume that he is, in fact, deceased. We don't know what potentially caused that aircraft to crash. But if indeed he is dead, then this was probably an operation by the Russian government to remove him, to decapitate the Wagner leadership.
And when we think back to the date, a lot is being said about the timing, exactly 2 months to the day following the mutiny that happened on June the 23rd. Where was he in that time, and what did the fact that he was free? We saw recent videos of, purported videos of the Wagner chief in Africa recently. What did that do to Putin's credibility?
I think that the way the rebellion ended damaged Putin. He had to rely on Lukashenko to bring Prigozhin to heel, to basically create an arrangement whereby Prigozhin would essentially relocate to Belarus, and then clearly he moved from Belarus to probably Africa. But the fact that Prigozhin launched an insurrection against Putin and continued to live at least for 60 days, challenge to Putin's credibility and his grip on power. And if indeed Prigozhin has been killed in this crash, then my guess is that Putin wanted to strike hard to make a clear statement to Wagner, but also any other potential would-be challengers for his seat on power in the Kremlin. Don't even try it. So it's all really uncertain at this point in time, but if he in fact has been assassinated, then that's probably the rationale behind it.
And Malcolm, we've yet to hear confirmation from the Kremlin itself, but how do you think the next few days will transpire, and just the future of Wagner itself in Ukraine, in other countries that it's involved in, and particularly Africa?
Look, already there's been discussion on social media and various different chat rooms within Wagner about retribution and revenge. And certainly if indeed Prigozhin is dead, then it's quite possible that you could see some sort of actions by Wagner against Russia. I'm not convinced that they'll do another march for justice like they did 60 days ago, because it's more likely that if they try that, then Putin would then command the Russian military to attack them more directly. What you could see is some sort of insurgency or resistance movement emerging within Russia, or some sort of terrorist type attacks. But it's really uncertain as to what the next step will be. If indeed Prigozhin and his key leaders are in fact dead, then Wagner is essentially leaderless, and they would have to reconstitute a new leadership.
Indeed. Leaderless Wagner right now. And yes, so many questions remain, as you say. Malcolm Davis, thank you so much for your time and your expertise. Really appreciate it.